Okay, apologies for that. You guys are going to get a two-part video because I think we're about 15 minutes into the recording and I got a telephone call. I record these videos on my iPhone. Telephone call came in and that stops the recordings. So I'm not going to edit it. You just get two parts. So, and I'm not starting it over again. So where were we? Oh yes. Okay, so love. Those of you that this is a love relationship. Blockage. So they're saying you're afraid to move forward. It's out of fear. Trust. Because a number of you, be this work, be this starting your business, be this love, you're afraid to move forward because this is your foundation. You know, this is what, the basis of everything. It's all built upon that. So you're afraid that, okay, let's say, angels, I'm going to trust everything that you're showing me and guiding me to do. Let's say I'm going to finally listen to you. I'm going to finally take that step forward to this divinely orchestrated thing that I am meant to be doing. I'm going to open up my heart. I'm going to open my arms. I'm going to step forward. But I'm so afraid you're going to pull the rug from out up underneath me. And then what do I have? Then I have nothing to build my foundation on. Because then I've taken that leap of faith. And this is what everything else is built on. And I take that leap of faith. But what happens if I fall on my face? But they're saying you're not going to fall on your face. You're guaranteed success. They wouldn't be, because for those of you that this is a message, you know that it's a message for you. You've been getting so many signs, so many synchronicities. It is undeniable that God, the angels, are guiding you in this direction, that is where you're meant to be. That is what you're meant to do. That is who you're meant to be with. It is undeniable. It's obnoxiously undeniable with the signs for a number of you. Trust, have faith. And watch your bliss, your dreams, everything unfold for you as soon as you take that step forward. Because if you can clear those worries, those base chakra doubts, that fear, and take that step forward, that's when your foundation, and you'll be able to build everything on top of that. But you got to take a step forward, is what they're saying. So the thing that you need to do is have faith, know that you're actually going to have the firm foundation for your hopes and your dreams and everything to be built upon. That all starts with taking the step. So, situation number 2. First card we have, it's another major arcana. You have, okay, wait a second. Oh, okay. So, they were telling me to add up these numbers. So at the top of each card is a number. So we have 19 to 7. When you add those up, it comes to 10. And if you know anything about numerology, 10 means, having positive thoughts, moving forward with faith, moving forward with complete trust, not having any fear, knowing that the future, you do have a successful future ahead of you. So they're saying that's just even further confirmation for you. Move forward. Move forward. It's time. They're saying it's time. You waited long enough. You've stalled and delayed your dreams long enough. So move forward fearlessly. And since they're having us do numbers, let's go ahead. So this row is 3, 7, 9. That's also 10. Okay, so for those of you, and this is relationships. So this top situation, that is a whole bunch of things. Career, love, relationships, a myriad of situations. Situation number 2 is based on love. But the same thing, these all total up to 10. Same thing, move forward with faith, with trust. Don't have any fear. You're guaranteed success. So have positive thoughts, positive expectations, positive visualizations. The first card you have, and this is describing the situation, and you have nurture. It is a major arcana, which means this is huge for your life. So what they're saying is, for those of you, this is a situation, for many it's about a current relationship. For some, it's about a relationship it's a newer relationship, but there's been some hesitancy. For some, it's a relationship that's maybe you've been dating, but it's not a committed, it's not like you're in a committed, serious relationship. And I get, so for some of you, some of these messages it could possibly be for preparing yourself for a new relationship, someone new to come into your life. But I'm getting majority of you, they're saying this is people who are in a relationship, or a larger number. This is for people who are embarking on taking a relationship to the next level, moving forward, someone that they already know. But you have to nurture it. So they're saying, based off of a current relationship for most of you, major arcana, major game changer. This is the thing that shifts it. It's nurture. And they're saying that, you have to tend the garden. So relationships, they must be nourished in order to thrive. So, sometimes for some of you, find ways to let that person know that you care about them. Let them know that you appreciate them. Because you can take... Because they're saying for a large number of you, this is taking a relationship to a whole new level of happiness, of joy, of bliss. But you're going to have to tend to it. For a number of you, they say that there's been a lot of neglect. Okay. So they're saying for some of you, the relationship has been neglected for so long that you're afraid and you don't know what to do, because it's almost as though you think that you've totally killed the plants. Even with a little water and Miracle Grow, it is not going to bloom. It will. But you're going to have to nurture it. You're going to have to reach out to that person. You're going to have to communicate. And if you look around her head, she's got this purple radiating, because they're saying this is... For some of you, this is a divine relationship, a divine partnership. So, in the Bible, it talks about royalty, purple, wearing purple. And when you look at chakras, that's, your crown chakra. That's what connects you to the divine. This is a divinely watched over relationship. It's meant to be. And same thing, there's been a lot of signs, a lot of guidance trying to push you in that direction, trying to get you... But they're saying all of you just haven't nurtured it. For some, there's been no communications at all. For some, there's been minimal communications. But they're saying all it's going to take is just a little bit of water, and you'll have a blooming, blossoming garden. Because that's same thing. You're getting a lot of signs that they're pushing you in that direction for a reason. Now, the next card it's 7, and it's a purple card. And in this deck of cards, that's talking about it's in traditional tarot. I believe it's the wands. It's talking about spiritual, but they were saying what's going on. So for those of you in this situation, what's going on with you mentally? And if you can see here, you've got this lone figure, and he's standing, in the midst of almost like these faces, these statues that they're very stoic. And what they're saying is that mentally you have gotten yourself stuck in a place of isolation, a place of sadness, a place of unhappiness, because you're refusing to budge, you're refusing to move forward. You're resisting tending the garden. You're resisting taking those steps that you're being guided to do. And because of it, they're saying you're taking yourself to a darker and darker place of unhappiness. Because they're saying for a number of you, you're just so afraid that things are not going to turn out well, that you're mentally just, you want those things. So you want marriage, you want family, you want to share your life with someone, but you're so afraid because of things of the past, your doubts, that you're stubbornly not moving forward. And for some of you, they're saying like it's a mental thing where, okay, you haven't nurtured this relationship for so long with that person that even though you want to move forward, you don't even know where to begin. So you've got this mental conflict, going on. But because it's so mentally exhausting, because the thoughts are not positive and optimistic, it's causing further isolation, further unhappiness. And it's really a conflict just with you internally. Because everything's ready for you. You just need to get out of your head and have faith and move forward. Guys, they're saying for most of you, oh, they just said all of you. Okay, so for all of you that this is a situation, you know that you should be with that person. You know that you should be tending that garden. You know that everything's going to be fine. They're saying this message up here is the same thing. It's applicable to you. They keep pointing out this purple around her head. So this is a divinely ordained relationship. It's touched by the hand of God. You don't even have to do anything other than get out of your own head, they're saying. And trust and know that it's going to work out beautifully. It's going to work out better than you could have ever imagined. But they're saying to get out of that headspace. Now, emotionally, the card that you have is darkest fears. And the card it's number 9. So what they're saying is emotionally, what's been keeping majority of you stuck is you're afraid. You have a lot of doubt, a lot of anxiety. For some of you, you haven't released things and fears from past relationships. So maybe an ex-partner, an ex-spouse really, really hurt you. Maybe they really did a number. And you're so afraid of having that happen again. But, having love in your life, it's crucial. And then when a relationship doesn't go as planned, or someone really hurts you, deceives you, lies to you, it's really easy for us to lose faith in humanity, faith in finding someone who's going to love us the way that we want to be loved and that we deserve to be loved. And sometimes, we'll feel as though there was something we did or didn't do. So we doubt whether we can be in a relationship. We doubt whether we have what it takes to make someone else happy. We doubt our worthiness. We doubt whether we're capable. We doubt whether we deserve it. And what they're saying is, those of you that are in this situation, because you're obsessing, they're saying those of you that are in this situation, because it is a divinely ordained relationship, you have so many signs and synchronicities, you can't run from this relationship. You can't run from it, you can't dodge it. So the fact that you're resisting it, it's making it harder and harder for you. So it's becoming, so you think about it all the time. You think about that person all the time. But because there's so much fear that's keeping you paralyzed in this state of loneliness and unhappiness, and for a number of you in this depressed state, you're totally paralyzed. You're not taking any steps forward because you're allowing those worries, those fears, those doubts to overcome everything and keep you stuck from something that's guaranteed success. So they're encouraging you, those of you that are in this situation, that it's time to get out of your own head. It's time to release those fears. You have the same thing that they were talking about up here. There's so many signs and synchronicities. It's clearly obvious that it is time for you to move forward with that person, that it is time for you to heal that relationship. It's time for you to tend to that garden, because beautiful things are going to blossom and grow from it. All your hopes, all your dreams, everything that you've ever wanted, it's guaranteed success. It's watched over by the heavens. It's divinely ordained. You don't have anything to fear. Now, when asking, what it is that you can do to improve the situation, we have 3 different cards for you. And the first card that came up is clear yourself. So the first thing that you need to do, let's see if we can hold this up so you can see it, is ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. So because of the worries, because of the doubts, because of the fears. For some of you, because you haven't completely cut the person who hurt you out of your life. Maybe you haven't completely cut those cords emotionally. If you're not familiar with cutting cords, you're probably going to need to get some help from a healer. But you're going to have to cut those cords. You're going to have to clear that. You're going to have to release that because you're carrying around that negativity. So be it negativity because of your thoughts, your fears, your worries, your doubts, and that negativity stemming from things that have happened to you in the past, that's keeping you stuck. So in order to release those fears, you're going to need to clear yourself. You're going to need to wipe the slate clean, they're saying. So for some of you, say you had, an ex-partner, an ex-spouse that, lied to you, cheated on you, stole from you, just all around bad, totally crushed your heart. And now you've got this divine partner that you're like, okay, I know that he's the one. I know that's who I'm supposed to be with, but I'm so afraid he's going to tear me apart like the other one did. They're saying that by clearing that energy, so for a number of you, they're saying, okay, you have completely ended that relationship. They are commending you on that. But that energetic tie, which is keeping you stuck in a place of fear and stuck in your head and immobilized, keeping you from taking action on the things that they're guiding you to do, it's an easy thing to clear. It's an easy thing to remove. There are cords that need to be cut. There's some clearing that needs to be done. It's not something that will take a long time. For some of you, you can actually just pray and ask that Archangel Michael comes in, because he cuts cords. He's very good at that. And also ask Archangel Raphael to come in because he does healing of your heart. Ask that they come in and heal you, break you free from those fears, those worries, the doubts, everything that's keeping you from moving forward with the person that you're meant to be with, move forward with, heal. Because for some of you, this is a person that you've had a relationship with, but because of things that have happened, that needs to be healed. And again, it's not only going to take a little bit of water, and it's because they're saying that God's already prepared the miracle. It's going to be a miraculous turnaround as soon as you get unstuck, and take a step forward. Now, for some of you, it's not going to be just as easy as asking Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come help you. You're really going to need some help from a healer, because you're going to have to cut those cords. You're going to have to do some energetic healing of those things that have legitimately hurt you in the past. That new person's not going to hurt you at all. For a number of you, that's your divine love partner. That's your other half. That's your person you're meant to be with. They are going to love you unconditionally. They're everything you've ever hoped for, wanted, dreamed of. But until you're released from these fears, these doubts, you're not going to be able to move forward with them. Obviously, you're going to continue to stay stuck in the misery where you're at, which is not where you're meant to be. But again, for those of you that are going to need to seek some outside help, it's not going to take a lot. So it's not like you're going to have to go, find a healer and have to have regular sessions with them. Because I'm getting for a number of you, it's only going to take like one session. Because, it's already watched over by the heavens. They've done a lot of preparations. It's a final step, is what they're saying. So for those of you that this is a message, if you're being guided to do that, Archangel Raphael, he'll guide you to do some research, and he'll intuitively guide you on who to go see in order to get the result that you need. But it is gonna take a healer for some. But again, not many of you, because a number of you, it really is just asking for Archangels Michael, Raphael to come in and help you, and getting unstuck and having complete faith that that's where you're supposed to be and take that step forward. Now, the last card of what can be done to move things forward, progress, is speak the language of love. And at the bottom it says, loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Okay, so they're saying that this message it's twofold, they're saying. So for some of you, this is a message about speak lovingly to yourself. Because for some of you, you are stuck in this place because that person, those things from the past, have made you feel so bad about yourself that you just really don't feel worthy. And you keep beating yourself up. So they're saying to allow yourself to express positive words to yourself, loving words to yourself. And anytime you find something that you're thinking negatively toward yourself, be it you're thinking that, be it you're maybe expressing it when you're at home by yourself and you're upset and you're having a drink and you're just wallowing in your unhappiness, stop yourself. Stop those thoughts. It may be habit, it may be because of the negativity that's been around for so long, but just stop and start thinking more positive things. Start thinking, I do deserve this. I do deserve this blessing. God has brought this to me because I am worthy. I am capable. I am meant to have this. I am meant to have joy, bliss, happiness. I am meant to have a marriage, the relationship, the partnership of a lifetime. I am meant to have unconditional love. I am meant to have a family. Start changing your thoughts, but start loving yourself. Speaking kind, loving words to yourself. Now, for some of you that, you need to go and slap some Miracle Grow in your garden and start to revitalize that relationship with that person where, they've been hurt, you've been hurt. It's going to be a miraculous turnaround, but it's going to start with communication. Because they're saying you're going to have to let that person know how you feel. And what you'll find is that person loves you unconditionally, because again, it's a divine relationship. It's watched over by the heavens. You are being guided to that person for a reason. But you're going to have to let them know how you feel about them. You're going to have to communicate with them. You're going to have to take that step forward. But the moment you do that, your dreams are going to unfold. That happiness that you long for and that you desire for when you're sitting by yourself at home, and for some of you, maybe you're sitting at home with some alcohol because you're just so unhappy. And for a number of you, I'm getting that it's almost like you're questioning, this is it. This is all there is to life because this sucks. But it doesn't, and it doesn't have to. God has prepared something wonderful for you. Miraculous for you. Things that storybooks and movies are made of. But you're going to have to trust. You're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to love yourself. And you're going to have to step forward. But they've taken care of everything else. And for some of you, you're going to have some healing work done. So see what heal you're guided to and get those last things healed and released and let go so you can finally move forward. Because for a number of you, they're saying that you've just felt for a number of months that you've just been stagnant. Like a lot of things in your life have just been stagnant. Like, okay, I let this person go, but I just feel like life's not going anywhere. It's because you have to do the healing, releasing, and you have to communicate, and you have to take that step forward. But the moment you do that, everything else is going to compound. It's all going to fall into place at one time. Because they've taken care of everything else. They say that they're just waiting on you. And for a lot of you, for a large number of you, they're just waiting for you to get out of your own head and trust the signs that you've been given. Now, situation number 3, we have, you guys can see them perfectly. I did that on purpose. So we have 6, which is healing begins. Now they're having me total up these numbers. So we have 6, 1, and 4. When you total those up, it's 11. So for those of you in this situation, you've probably been seeing 11, 11 a lot. You probably noticed that you look at the clock, you see 11, 11. You probably see it on license plates. This is a love situation too. But for those of you that in this situation that we're going to cover here in a second, it has to do with, trusting your intuition, trusting your guidance, trusting the signs, the dreams that you're getting, that you are going through a huge spiritual evolution and awakening, a huge spiritual growth because of that, because of the work that God's going to be doing through you to help humanity, to help people, to bless people. It's stemmed on love, because this is a love situation. But because it's so divinely ordained and so powerful, your thoughts are manifesting very, very rapidly. So you must focus on keeping your thoughts positive, because if you don't keep them positive, you're going to almost have immediate manifestation of those negative thoughts that you keep thinking. So only focus on the positive stuff, because you're ascending. And because what you're here to do, it's a pretty big deal. For those of you that are in this situation, so what it is that you're here to do, to help, to serve humanity, to do things, it's divinely connected. But you're like a power manifester. So by just changing your thoughts and being more positive, you will find that things rapidly and almost instantaneously shift for the better. So 6, this is the situation, and its healing begins, and it is from, it's blue, and in this deck of cards, that suit is talking about, swords. In traditional tarot, it's the swords. That what's going on mentally. But what they're saying is it's a lot of emotions. And blue, this color blue, it's the color of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, he's full of strength. He helps us have strength. He helps us have courage. Archangel Michael's actually the angel who watches over twin flames. And he helps them come into union. He helps them have the courage to step forward in the mission that they're here to do, because, they're here to do some pretty big stuff to serve humanity, help humanity. But even though people that can sometimes see angels and see things, they're kind of terrified when they see Archangel Michael. He's very loving. He has the blue color royalty. He helps us have strength. He helps us have courage. So they're saying, for those of you, this is something that you have to have courage. You have to have the strength. And for some of you, you're going to have to overcome your emotions. And it is relationship based. So for a number, okay. So this is a message for those of you out there that have someone that you're being divinely guided to move forward with. You're being guided to, over here you see her about ready to take the step forward from her back. Over here you see her from the opposite side getting ready to step forward. But she's looking through apprehensively. But it's because her heart needs healed. So that divine love that they were talking about here, the story's continuing here. So for some of you, you have this divine love, this divine partner, this it's watched over by the heavens, you're supposed to be moving forward, but you have to release, you have to heal your heart. They've been guiding you toward this better place, this new beginning, this bliss, this happiness, these things that you want, that marriage of a lifetime, that family that you want. They're guiding you toward that. They're giving you all the signs, but you're hesitantly sitting back and not moving forward because of your heart needing healed. Now, for some of you, they're saying that the heart healing has begun. And for some of you, that this is a spiritual thing. So for some of you, you may have been having a lot of chest pains, and depending upon where you are in your path, you may not have yet connected the fact that, when you have those pains in your chest. Now, for some of you, if you're having chest pains, go see a doctor, make sure it's okay. But for those of you that this is, spiritual awakening, you'll go to the doctor and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I think I'm having a heart attack, or I'm going to die. And I've got all this stuff going on. But that's not it. The doctor's going to tell you everything's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. It's because your heart is opening. Your heart chakra. Now, chakras are their energy centers that make everything run. But it's your heart. You're opening up to love. You're opening up to loving yourself. You're opening up to loving others. For those of you, you are opening up to love so that you can love this person that you're meant to be with, that person that they're guiding you toward. They're trying to move you in that direction. They're trying to push you through the curtains. And for a number of you, the healing has been completed. For a number of you, they've completed the healing. They just need you to move forward. They just said before they push you forward. So don't have them push you forward, because it's never comfortable when they force us to do something. It's always better for us to listen to the guidance that they're giving us so that we can gracefully do it, so they don't come up and kick us on our fanny and make us stumble forward and fall on our face a couple times. So for those of you that have finished your healing, you keep getting all these signs and stuff, trust and gracefully move forward. For some of you, you are in the final stages of healing, they're saying. So for some of you, this is a time of healing. It's letting go of past issues, relationships in order to move forward. But they're saying you have to move forward. For everyone that this message for, you have to move forward. Better times are right there. You're looking at them. But the letting go of the people who have hurt you, those things that have happened that have made you doubt yourself, made you stuck, made you immobilized, for most of you, they're healed and they're gone. But it's just you trusting and taking that step forward. And for some of you, you are nearing the end of your healing. For some of you, back to you're going to need to get a little bit of assistance. But they're doing this, they're healing this, they're trying to propel you forward because they have something so much better for you and divinely ordained. So the next card we have, this is talking about, what's going on mentally for you. And you have clarity of belief. So what they're saying is, for those of you that are in this situation, despite all the potential around you, despite the guaranteed success, despite all these signs that you're getting, with regards to love, commitment, future, sharing your life with someone, you're fearful of it. You're afraid to move forward. So what they're encouraging you to do is let go of any fears, doubts, worries. Let go of any, for some of you, they're saying outdated beliefs, thoughts. Because for some of you, they're even saying, you have thoughts that, okay, marriage doesn't work. Or they're saying for some of you, you've got thoughts that, okay, now I'm going to lose my freedom. But they're saying in this type of divine relationship, you'll actually find that you feel you have more freedom in the relationship. And it's kind of cool. You can actually see a heart there on the bottom. But you'll find that you have more freedom in this relationship than you have outside of it. Because for those of you that this is a message, and I'm hoping it's more than just like 5 of you, it's a divinely ordained. It's like a twin flame type high soulmate relationship. And if you look at this card, he has a butterfly hovering over his hand. So that type of unconditional love is going to give you the freedom that you desire because you're already connected, which is why you can't run from it. But you're going to have that freedom. You're not going to lose your freedom. So they're saying for some of you that you just have these outdated beliefs, and they're saying for many it's just a crutch, something that you're using as a crutch to not move forward, to again stay stuck, immobilized, not moving forward. They're saying to let that go. To let that go. Decide what it is that you want. Decide what it is that you need. And decide what it is that you need to do to step forward. And be flexible, be open-minded, be trusting. And look at love, look at relationship, look at those things with, a new set of eyes. Look at them a fresh way. Instead of from a hurt, jaded, angry, doubtful way, start to look with complete trust, complete faith, complete confidence. And get clarity. Get clarity on, okay, I want this. I want happiness. And then communicate. Communicate with that other person. Because you got to first start by communicating with yourself. So communicate with yourself of what you want, what you desire. Give yourself the clarity, and then go communicate with them. And angels will help you do that. Archangel Michael will help you do that as well. He said so. Now the last card you have, that is 4, just breathe. And that one, it's talking about what's going on with you emotionally. And what they're saying is, for those of you in this situation, you have spent a lot of time, energy, emotions trying to make past relationships work, and then they didn't work. So even though you feel this connection with this person, deep down you want to move forward, but you're so fearful, you're so afraid that you just have yourself emotionally exhausted, they're saying. Because you keep rerunning all these fears, these doubts, these worries. Well, what if this is going to happen and this is going to happen? And you just And again, because you're thinking negatively and doubting that everything's just going to be this horrible train wreck, you're causing that because you're a big manifester right now, because this is a high level divine relationship. They're pointing this out, that triangle, saying it's Trinity. It's watched over by God. But it's very, very high. So your thoughts and your fears that, oh, this is never going to work out, and oh, he's going to treat me just like the last one, or she's going to do this to me. You just have yourself in an emotional frenzy. And for some of you that, you are ready, you're like, okay, even though I don't think it's going to work out, or I'm afraid it's not going to work out, okay, I am ready to reconnect. I'm ready to contact them, start nurturing this garden, but I don't know how. So you have all this stuff spinning emotionally in your head of, how am I going to do this, and what am I going to do? And they're encouraging you just to let that go and take a deep breath. It's watched over by the heavens. They've given you a bunch of signs to guide you to that person. For most, they're saying most of you. So for most of you that have already finished your healing, they guided you toward the people that did your healing for you, the healers that helped you heal your heart so you can move forward with that person. They broke the ties with the people that were hurting you in the past so that you were available. So if you look back at it, you'll find that a lot of stuff was just divinely done and orchestrated for you. Same thing here. They're taking care of all those details. All you need to do is just breathe, trust that you're guaranteed success. Trust that this is an unconditional love of a lifetime. Trust that it's going to work out well. And just breathe. And for those of you that so they're saying for those of you that are trying to change your view, change and to get clarity, because you need to still do a little healing, ask that they give you signs on how and what you should do for your healing, or who you should see. For those of you that have completed your healing and you're emotionally spinning because you're like, okay, I don't know how to go and prove to this person that I love them, that I care for them, that I'm ready to do this and move forward because of things that have happened in the past. Ask that they give you signs and help you with that, because they'll do that. For those of you who need the healing, they'll guide you right to whoever you need to see to do your healing. But because you're so emotionally wound, you're not hearing the signs that they're giving you. So just take a breath. You don't have something this beautiful fall in your lap without a whole lot of help from heaven. So just breathe, ask for help, trust what you're getting, and then take action on it. Now, even though they've already given you stuff that you can do, these are your cards on what you can do to move forward. And, okay. So the first card you have is Earth Angel, and at the bottom it says, you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So for those of you, again, in this situation, you're seeing a lot of 11s. You've got so many synchronicities because this is an extremely high level, again, like a twin flame, like union. It is the highest level of union relationship that you can have. It is, the Bible talks about, what God's brought together in a woman, don't let anyone separate. This is that. This is that. But what comes with that high level relationship is, you get the bliss, you get the happiness, you get the unconditional love. You've got the person you can trust more than anyone else. You do have your other half. But it comes with a price, because you're here to do something. You're here to serve humanity. You're here to help people. You're here to help guide people. You're here to help heal people, which is why you have a lot of spirit. So for those of you that are in this situation, you've recently had a lot of spiritual things opening up in you. Your intuition's been opening up. You've been having a lot of ascension symptoms. It's because God is preparing you and opening these things up in you to help people. And bottom line, it's all founded on love. To help heal people so that they can get back to a place of love. To lovingly guide people, assist people. And there's all different types of paths and things that people do. But because that is, again, they're saying the Trinity, so it's a union of the two of you and God. You're here to do big things. You are here to spread love. which is why they're taking care of everything else. But you just need to trust that. And for some of you, they're saying for a small number of you, the physical symptoms that you've been having, as well as some of your intuitive gifts, because they are gifts. They really are gifts. They may freak you out a little bit when they open up. Like when I first started hearing Jesus and angels talk to me, I may have thought, am I losing it? But they are truly gifts that you are here to use to help people. But for some of you, they're saying that the spiritual gifts that they're opening up and some of the physical ascension things that you've been going through have been causing you some worry and concern. But they're saying that's just part of the natural process. And for those of you in that situation, go see a spiritual healer, somebody that can help guide you, mentor you. And for some of you, it may even help you to go see a doctor, get a full exam so the doctor can tell you are physically in amazing shape. And then you can go see a alternative medicine healer that can tell you, oh no, here is what's going on and here's why. But you're here to spread love. And that's the foundation of this relationship. So you need to open your heart. So this card is massage. But it's not about, okay. I'm asking them, why are they telling you to go get a massage? They're not talking about getting a massage. What they're saying is you have to open your heart. You have to open your heart to this person. You have to let your fears go. But you do have to open your heart because it's all founded on love. The mission, the things that you're here to do are founded on love. This coming together with this love of a lifetime, this person that you know you're meant to be with, it's all founded on love. So to step into this unconditional love of loving yourself. And for some of you, they're saying to love yourself unconditionally. But you're going to have to open your heart. Your heart's going to have to be healed. And again, they're saying for a lot of you, your heart's healed. You're ready. They've got everything ready. Don't have them punt kick you through the curtain. Ask them to help you with these final steps. Help you with anything that needs to finally be done. So that you'll finally be coming from a place of unconditionally loving yourself, being with someone who is going to love you unconditionally as well. And then you can have, they're saying, heaven on earth. So for those of you in this situation, it's going to be heaven on earth. It's going to be that blissful. You just have to trust. And ask for help because you got a lot of help. And everyone, no matter what your situation is, you've got a lot of help. But the angels won't help you unless you ask for their help because they only step in to help us if it's life or death situation. So if we're about to die and it's not our time to die, they're going to step in and stop it. But they'll just continue to facepalm every day, watching you go through frustrations and pain and difficulties and not asking for help. So ask for their help. I'm shameless. I ask for help all the time. I even ask for good parking spots. It's awesome because I'll pull into a store parking lot and I'll ask the angels, help me get a good parking spot, and voila, a car will be pulling out in the front row. So ask them for help with everything, big or small, because that's how the angels serve God and show, that's how they serve. They help us. Ask for their help. They're going to be helping all of you. I do hope that you all have an amazing month. It is going to be starting off beautifully because they have laid the foundation for everyone. So be brave, be courageous, move forward. They've taken care of everything else. And they're saying trust, and watch magic and miracles unfold in your life. So I do wish you all an amazing start to the month. I hope it's filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.